We're back after back to our regularly scheduled programming after some explosive NBA news. We have returned to Sashimi thoughts. We're all people who can be enthralled by desserts and luxuries just like any normal person would. And what happens is, at some point in time, we realize that the reasons these are desserts and luxuries is because they come every once in a while, and we're able to appreciate them more fully when we're not constantly enveloped in them. Like when you see an athlete or a celebrity who's insanely rich and you wonder, like, how could they be bored? How could they be sad? How could they be depressed? How could they suffer any kind of thing that money should be able to fix? And that's what makes the famous saying so strong of money can't buy happiness. It can buy temporary happiness, but it can't buy happiness. And in the song Magic City, we get to see a glimpse of this. Tootie talks about how he finds himself in this magic city where there's billboards on the moon and everything seems wonderful, but at the same time, he also wants to leave and he hopes to get out of there by Wednesday. I'm not sure the significance of Wednesday, but it is pretty telling that he basically wants to go home. You see, with Magic City, it's kind of the interpretation of when you take a vacation. You're taking a vacation, you're taking a break, but you're not taking a permanent break. You know, you're not dying or anything, but you're just going away from the busyness of life for just a little bit in order to, recalibrate and get back to that life. No one is ever able to enjoy a dessert if they have it every single day. When something becomes routine, it loses its luster. It loses the ability to be exciting when you expect it. When it's a surprising thing, it's wonderful, it's more organically enjoyed. Here, when 2D talks about the Magic City, he also does mention that there is someone who brought him here, and they seem to be if not the root, a part of the problem. It's sort of like when a relationship leaves its honeymoon stages and the things that you may have found cute about your partner is not so cute anymore, and they've become irritable. They become irritation. They become pet peeves. And what's happening here is that 2D wants to leave this magic city, and you can equate that to maybe not leaving the relationship, but wanting to basically work on these things or work on these issues, because nothing can stay in its luster forever. Everything ages, everything has an expiration date, and so this magic can only be magic if it's temporary. It cannot be permanent, it cannot be forever, especially surrounded by the constantness of a city that's magical. You would eventually find those things that at first were enthralling and exciting to be kind of dull and boring now, because it's like when you sharpen a sword, it becomes dull as long as you use it. Or in even more simpler terms, a pencil that you sharpen, it's not gonna stay sharp forever unless you leave it be and you only use it like very sparingly. Now, that's not to say that people always grow tired of each other and everything is always gonna get dull and boring. I think the key is to have a dynamic structure, as well as, sometimes just spending time apart. Sometimes you just don't gotta be around that person. I almost forgot to mention that. Excuse the lighting. Lamp just keeps leaning around in any relationship, because if things are always happening the exact same way, it will eventually get boring. Yes, but if there's dynamic things happening, like, oh, we go do this, but oh, we're gonna go do that instead this time, or oh, we're gonna do different things. Now there can be like routines within those things, and that's fine, but the idea is to have a dynamic structure so that way no one gets exhausted, no one gets bored, no one gets tired. And enjoying the person's company, enjoying that person is always going to be a part of that. So doing different things allows you to understand that person on a deeper level. When it comes to the Magic City in this song, that's not what was happening. What was happening was that everything became routine and everything lost its luster because it went from a visit to more of a permanent stay. So this guy says, abracadabra, I'm gonna disappear so fast. How do you do it? Does he do one or two? did he go? Don't look at the door moving. Stop looking. I was here the whole time. This was, ow, completely unedited. I am just a magician. Thank you. And welcome to the Magic City.